Good evening and welcome. My name is David Greaves. Like my classmates, I'm in the third year of integrated land planning here at Fanshawe, and very happy to have been involved in what I think was mentioned earlier, appeared to be maybe a scale of a project that wouldn't be too involved. But as we got going with it, we found out just how challenging it would be to try and construct something of this sort from so far away, and how difficult it is sometimes to design something from so far away. A friend asked me when he found out that I was doing this project, well, how do you put things in context when you live in a nation that has so many differences from where you're designing? Do you think now if people from Peru were designing playgrounds for kids in Canada, would they incorporate igloos and have snowmobile trails around the outside of them? How do you actually know that you're not maybe taking a stereotype or a generalization to your approach? So I have done, and you'll see that my approach for my presentation today is based on some research and some concepts, some background information that I've tried to realize through the design. We're looking at engaging about 25 to 30 youth, engaging being the operative here, in a way that they can not only play, but gather. It will offer them a voice. They will be able to actually decide a bit on their needs and their wishes, and hopefully we're going to be able to in a combination, conceptualizing these ideas, be able to help them. Looking at this site, looking at this community, it's interesting how it really does change in the soil and the topography. You mentioned it being used as an aviary landing strip. You can see that it's so much flatter than the surrounding mountains and the valley where the river runs to the south. But you also notice that all the agriculture is quite far away from this community. It really is kind of a community built on dirt. So our subject area here, we have the Commodore, a concrete pad without any sort of shading to it, out in the open, out in the arid, hot sun. Of course, the school, and an open area for play. Now you're going to see in my design, I didn't restrict the design just to this area. I chose to use this area, but then provide a linkage between the area by the Commodore to the school. So the concept I see, having a community circle in the space designated, it was about 30 by 30 meters right outside the Commodore. So a path leading to the community circle with trees around it, thus providing that shaded area. The proximity to the Commodore would allow the students to enjoy their meal outside, not too far away. It would be close to the roadway or a gathering spot for adults at night. It would be within sight of the soccer pad, the multi-use pad there. Going from the community circle with the algarrobo trees and the carvings of the petroglyphs in the adobe are a system of two paths. I've framed the play structures within those paths closer to the school, where the children, without having to travel too far, can get out and play when they have breaks and whatnot. Also, close to the mature trees that are on site. So you're not having to wait for anything to grow. There is some shading that would be provided by that would not be readily available right away up to the northwest. So that was a consideration in terms of uniting the site, using the larger area and bringing this down. So how would the play structures be here? Within the adobe brick paths, you mentioned the soil not being that great, but it is fine and it is soft. I'm thinking about kids falling, landing, like we in Canada take out all the hard soil and put in pea stone or mulch below swing sets and whatnot. Hopefully that soil will cushion any falls. It also gives the kids the opportunity to mess up the ground and pile up soil. So there's that bit of play that would happen in between the two pathways. So first I mentioned the community circle, this 30-meter round of adobe brick with 7 to 9 trees, which are fairly drought tolerant, good for arid condition, and it would encircle that area. The adobe pathways that would marry the community circle to the school. The walls with the quincha roof. So the walls would be made out of the adobe brick, and it would be in kind of a cross or a T-shaped pattern with the roof over top made out of the reeds, providing a bit of hiding places, a bit of solitude area within the journey from the open area of the community circle to the school. Give them an opportunity to be under cover. A couple of people could share, one of the quadrants. The T set up in a way that you could be somewhat concealed by the people walking past. And the Chan-Chan wall. So a system of walls, maybe in the same sort of T pattern. They reminded me of clay drainage tile. Very easy to construct out of adobe. Naturally sourced materials, running in a random pattern. You can just see the kids running up and down and around. Great hiding spots, hide and go seek. Some areas that are flatter, perhaps, for seating. Just sitting, talking to one another. And of course, a soft landing all the way around should they fall off. But that wasn't quite good enough. I saw the ability to add to these Chan-Chan inspired walls a tunnel or a passageway. Rather than excavate down, why not throw in a culvert and build some of that wall over the top? Why not give them the opportunity to run through from side to side, from pathway to pathway, underneath kind of the rolling Chan-Chan wall? Investigating a technology that would be of benefit to creating the green space and the trees, I went to a product that I sell through my co-op job at a nursery. It's called Soil Moist. Soil Moist has a polymer in it that when added to the hole where the trees are planted, maintain a moisture content after you water a tree for a period of time. It has a presence in the soil of up to 3 to 5 years. One thing I was impressed at, you didn't actually need a lot of this soil moist. It comes in a granular, so think of a bag about the size of a bag of grass seed or a bag of peanuts. Only a portion of that would be required for every tree. So once again, this is just a summary again of my conceptualization of the site, marrying the Commodore to the school. So I'd like to thank you.